Imagine how it must feel to be homeless and all alone. No roof for shelter, no warm bed, and no one to tell you that everything is going to be all right. Now, imagine this life as a child. It seems hard to believe, but the reality is that thousands of youth find themselves on the streets and in crisis every day. And in San Diego, this pain is felt especially hard.
I was first homeless back in 2005. I was 17 years old, a few months away from my 18th birthday. I had been having a rather long history of family issues. My mom had gotten a new boyfriend, my parents were divorced. There was a lot of tension in the family for a lot of different reasons. They brought my biological father into the mix, and the situation just became explosive. There was a long history of abuse with me and my father. He's prone towards violence.
Matt Coyne's story of youth homelessness is a familiar one, but it is also one of great success. Years ago, Matt found a place to call home, and it was this place that laid the foundation of self-sufficiency and helped him develop solutions for his future.
I had first found out about the San Diego Youth Services shelter and their whole agency looking online that same day that I had decided to leave home. I wasn't going back. When I came to the shelter, I was almost immediately comfortable. Everybody was really friendly. All of the staff were great and very sensitive to the situation that I was in. And during the course of my stay, I realized how open and caring everybody is here and how it affects the people and the kids who come in.
San Diego Youth Services has 15 locations throughout the county where a continuum of social services are available for all youth, including teen mothers, youth overcoming generations of trauma, and young adults aging out of foster care. The focus here is to empower youth, strengthen families, and create healthy alternatives by giving them the tools they need to live productive lives on their own.
We believe that one youth living on the streets is one too many. We're working 24 hours a day, 7 days a week to end homelessness, prevent delinquency and school failure, break the cycle of child abuse and neglect, and to promote mental health and addiction recovery. We do this by providing a wide array of services which includes foster care, homeless shelters, gang intervention, teen pregnancy prevention, after-school programs, and much more. We have a dedicated team of staff and volunteers who are reaching out into the communities and bringing services to where youth and families live. We're not waiting in our offices for them to come to us. For example, we have a team that goes out 6 nights a week, out into the canyons, out to the beaches, on the streets, looking in abandoned cars, to search for homeless teens living on the streets, to bring them resources that they need to survive, and to help them get into our services. We believe here at San Diego Youth Services that all youth should have an opportunity to make it in this world. No matter what their circumstances are, no matter what backgrounds they've come to us with, whatever challenges they're facing, we're here to help them. For many of these youth, this is their last chance and they have nowhere else to turn. We have young teen girls who are coming from extremely dysfunctional families, living in gang-infested neighborhoods filled with drug abuse, with violence, and often forced into prostitution and become pregnant while they're still children themselves. However, through our Teen Options program, we help these young teens to get their lives straightened out, deliver healthy, drug-free babies, and to become good parents so they don't lose their children to the system.
I decided, I'm 16 and I need to straighten out my life. I can't be doing the things I was doing. I can't do the things that I was doing before I got pregnant, so I told myself I had to finish school, I had to do something to better my life and better my daughter's life, so I just decided to enroll myself. Well, what I learned at Teen Options, it's a lot of things. I learned how to stay free from drugs, how to say no to my friends when they want me to use with them, because I used to use before I had my daughter.
Getting ahead in life can be difficult for just about anyone, but it is especially hard for at-risk youth who are living on the streets. With the help of dedicated individuals, thousands of homeless youth will find their way to a better life. Since 1970, San Diego Youth Services has helped over 500,000 homeless, runaway, abused, and at-risk youth in the San Diego area. As one of the first runaway youth shelters in America, San Diego Youth Services is a nationally recognized agency offering a full spectrum of care to more than 9,000 youth and their families every year.
Our mission here at San Diego Youth Services is to help at-risk youth and their families become self-sufficient and reach their highest potential. But we can't do this alone. That's why we rely on many partners in the community to make a difference for these youth. These youth belong to all of us, and all of us have an obligation to lend support to them. By doing this, you're not only saving a life, you're helping the youth of today become the leaders of tomorrow.
I do go to school. I'm currently taking American Sign Language and working on my general education. For me, it's important that I came back here and just try to give out the same help that I received, because I don't think that there's really any higher calling than helping out your fellow man.
My dreams are to go to college to become a registered nurse and get my daughter enrolled into Head Start so she can get an early start in school. And I want my daughter to see that if I can do it, even though I got pregnant at a young age, it shouldn't stop. Nothing else should stop her from doing the same thing, graduating and going to college if she wants to.
As one of the most fiscally responsible nonprofit organizations in the country, San Diego Youth Services is proud to say that 88% of all contributions go directly to fund programs that are proven to be effective and long-term solutions for youth in need. Youth like Brian, who is transferring out of the Bridge Group home and into an affordable transitional living situation, all while benefiting from independent living skills training and life planning programs.
Where would I be if I wasn't here? I'd probably be locked up. It was the third time in juvenile hall and PO released me in SDYS. And, you know, I've been here two years and a month, and I'm going to school now. I'm in 12th grade. I'm on track to graduate. I'm working, making money, just what I was supposed to do in the beginning. At first, a lot of kids don't think that it's gonna help them, but if they cut back on the egg wall and on the stupidity, thinking that whatever they do is gonna help them, if they really look into what San Diego Youth Services will do for them, it will help. It will, because it was the gateway for me, and I know it's gonna be the gateway for somebody else.
The love and respect that you get here, it just made me feel at home. It was more of a home than I had had for many years. I started working here in December of 2008 as a street outreach worker. We go out and we try to find homeless kids and bring them into the shelter. If they don't want to come to the shelter, we give them services and try to support them while they're on the street until they're willing to come in. I also work as a residential counselor, so I'm in the shelter itself during overnights while the kids are sleeping, just making sure that everything's safe and appropriate. And I'm still continuing with the art. So I have these lockers that are here, and it's just kind of a decoration. It's something interesting where kids can come in, they can read it and say, oh, I like this, and kind of a talking point. When you come in here, it's scary. You just had some kind of traumatic experience, or you're coming in off the street. There are these people, you don't know them, you had nothing in common with them. And I feel like art is a way to bring people together. We're a community-based animal. Sharing what we have, sharing knowledge, and going out of our way to help somebody, even if it's not in our own best interest, because helping everybody in your society is in your best interest. So I'm just trying to be that change that I want to see.
Building futures for at-risk youth. This is what is at the heart of San Diego Youth Services, and always will be. To learn more about how you can make a difference, log on to sdyouthservices.org or call the number on your screen.